the score is 1-1. France get the ball rolling for the second period.
Madrid have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Cherki tries to pass it through. That is Conte. Chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Conte. This looks promising. And it's Valverde. Always onto this. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Conte. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Hernandez. And Cherki. He's in a great position here. Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vinicius Junior. Hernandez cuts it out. France are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan. Rabiot really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Out towards the flank. Hernandez did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bellingham being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they...
Goes for a shot! Mbappe! Irrepressible! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And the comeback is complete. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 5, el dorsal 12, el dorsal 23. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Madrid have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Olise. Good, strong midfield running here. Oh, good take and a good air. Shot a goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Into the last quarter of an hour.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodrigo picks it up out wide. Rodrigo crosses it in. He's having a shot!
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Carvajal just loves to go forward whenever he can. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's well spotted. Koundé. Rudiger gets across to intercept that. And he's chosen to go back, and it's Arda Güler. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No way through. Doué. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, this is a great position. And he's gone back. And the finish! And that's a tidy finish. And right near the end, we have parity. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Space for him to turn and look. It's a sweeping cross. Forced to go back. Knocks it into space. Well read, and the danger is averted. They'll have to settle for that. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, Ekitike! Goal, France! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Can he get it through? Camavinga. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is
And he shoots! And he hits the net! 2-0, and in next to no time.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
France are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Vinicius Junior. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a tiny finish. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Madrid cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Mendy. Well, it's more pressure than ball at the moment. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, easy pickings there. Distributed tidily. Valverde has it out wide and in space.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Valverde. Oh, good take in a good area. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chouameni.
Madrid really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Eder Militao. Mendy. Mendy getting forward. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Short changes him with that pass. Aims beyond the defence. Can he latch on to this? Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior, who's set up one goal so far. Half an hour played now. Chouameni does well to get it back. Chouameni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's found a way through. Nicely weighted ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Eder Militao kept his eye on it, and he's there. Koundé spots it and intercepts. And it's Mendy. Oh, important interception. And he's heaved it away. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Well-timed, excellent interception. Knocks it into space. Alexander-Arnold. Rabiot. Chouameni. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Vinicius Junior. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
The worst choice he could pick. He needed to get his head up and see the outlet to his right.
Decent chance! And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
And that is the end of the first half. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. The second period is underway.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's goal side. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Tries to play it through. Olise. Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. It's run loose here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has not gone well. Mendy.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Vinicius Junior engages and forces him off the ball. France can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Shifted it to the flank.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. That has been cut short. Vinicius Junior. Great vision. Valverde is onto this. Upamecano defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Mendy gets over and intercepts. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Bellingham. Chouameni for Olise. Probing pass. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Chouameni could move up a gear here. Mendy. Mendy stood his ground strongly. Not much subtlety about that challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He's on it, can he get away? Could be Davies, had a shot! Koundé, Ekitike going after that. Olise, Ekitike looking understandably energised after his goal. Camavinga is wide and looking to get onto this. Chouameni, Valverde, Mendy. Oh no, this does not look good. He has a look up. Olise. Rabiot.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, that's fabulous. Cleared away.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10, el dorsal 23, el dorsal 12, el dorsal 5, el dorsal 8.
France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
El dorsal 18, el dorsal 2.
Terrific effort!
El dorsal 6.
And he has kept it out somehow.
Thuram is offering a right smile there.
Zaire Emery. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Carreras making good progress. And it's Zaire Emery.
Oh, super ball.
He's free.
There's the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. It's all becoming so...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
We're up and running then. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Oh, that's neat.
Bellingham proves just a little bit too strong. Alexander-Arnold receives it in a good position here. Now, what about a counter-attack?
Mbappe.
Well, that is one way to stop him.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He won't be happy with that one. Koundé gets across and deals with it. Mendy. Valverde.
Mbappe! Goal!
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Madrid have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players...
Mbappe!
Oh, good ball! And he's got a
Big chance! And there's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And smartly reclaimed. Driving forward. Now it's Mbappe. Mendy. And here's Mbappe.
Out for a throw.
Now it's Bellingham. And it's Mendy. Tchouaméni
Did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Now it's Mbappe. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Mbappe. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Quick look, then plays it in.
Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. The referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Alexander-Arnold
Taking charge of the dead ball.
Hard to tell what he's thinking here, Peter. Surely the shot's not on, is it?
And here's Bellingham. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Mendy. Mendy drives forward on the overlap.
Valverde! And it's in! And again they hit the front.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Chance here to counter. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Camavinga looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Bellingham. Now that looks a decent ball. Played out wide. Bellingham has it in a wide position. That has ended up in no man's land. Wriggles his way through. Bellingham. And he's had it nicked away.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Alexander-Arnold. Aimed beyond the defence. Short changes him with that pass. Pass somewhat off target. Knocks it into space. And that brings the first half to a close. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Madrid leading, but only just 2 on the scoreline. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Alexander-Arnold. And that is a little undercooked. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Great vision. And it's Valverde. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Looking for the run.
Chance! It's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
France really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Madrid now in a position far more desirable.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away. Madrid are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Ekitike. Passes coming off in quick succession here. A lot of space ahead of him. And he was alert to it. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And Upamecano. Olise. Bellingham. Can he spark a counter here? Alexander-Arnold. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And he's well positioned here. Now it's Mbappe.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Thuram. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 23, el dorsal 12, el dorsal 5, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 7. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 18, el dorsal 2, el dorsal 15, el dorsal 6, el dorsal 11. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tchouaméni really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Nicely aimed pass. Nicely weighted ball. Koundé kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's played forward. Tchouaméni. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that is expertly dealt with.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Dembele.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Can he get on the end of this? That's the throw. And it's Tchouaméni. That has not gone well. Doué was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And here's Dembele.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Doué. Tchouaméni. And here's Thuram.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Tchouaméni. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's the keeper's ball. Rudiger makes the interception. Doué. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Threads one in. Time added on will be 2 minutes. That's been slipped through. Now can he find a finish? Skims one in.
Well,
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Madrid can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for
Valverde!
Wide, but only just.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Hernandez. Nicely weighted ball. Delivery from Mbappe. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. France with the corner, there first. Has to go back here. And now a sudden chance to counter. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Bellingham attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Mbappe. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now he's off and running. Pinches it off him. Now it's Mbappe. Played out wide. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
But that has not gone well. Mendy. That's a throw. Looking for the run. Can he get on the end of this? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Keeper's dealt with that. And they're quick to get it back. Mendy with the clearance. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That's a shade optimistic. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And here's Mbappe. Bellingham. Valverde. That's Valverde.
Can he finish? It's there!
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
The first breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Now, can they get him away?
And he's in on goal! There's the shot! And that's a tiny finish! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was Really clever.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Can he get it through? And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And he's been shifted off it. That's really well cleared. That is a great pick out. Kamavinga looking to play him in. That looks a good ball through. Great, and a chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
France have their third corner. Oh, good effort! No, not the best of headers. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mbappe is onto this. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he is deftly away. That is a great shoot! They are purring, truly purring. Once. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Madrid, seemingly the only team to have turned up here. It is 3-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Looking for options for movement. Good ball, good take. Vinicius tries a shot! And he should have made it fall.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
France have the chance to go the other way. Koundé, Chouameni, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Out towards the flank. Valverde. He's a sharp little ball here. It's gone for a throw-in. France appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And it's Mendy. Knocks it out wide. That's where it came from. And he's cut it out. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Madrid clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Ekitike. Oh, shooting chance! Mendy clears.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Foot in. Olise. And here's Mbappe. The message is clear, none shall pass. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Dembele was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Tchouaméni threads one in. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And it's Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. With Rudiger. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Nice bit of trickery. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the
And the shot! And that is well cleared. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Mbappe makes a dash for it. He's well. Big chance! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Back in possession and ready to go again. Valverde. And there's green grass ahead of him. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Mbappe. Great chance! They've scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already.
Well timed, excellent interception. Tchouaméni. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point.
And the score is 1-0.
Mendy. And now the breakaway. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Mendy. Great vision. Thuram is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Tries to pass it through.
Vinicius Junior!
Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stops.
Vinicius Junior deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He can run onto that.
Can he finish? In he goes again! That was superb goalkeeping.
Thuram clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Cherki, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Pinches it off him. Chouameni. Well, that has not gone well. And they can counter here. Chouameni. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. It's a threatening ball. Cherki. No, that's been intercepted. It's a pretty loose pass. Vinicius Junior. And he's got the beating of his man.
And the shot!
He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Madrid with the corner. They're first. France are looking to go forward now. Great ball if he can get there.
And the finish! And he's stuck it away. France are back on level terms.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Bellingham. Valverde. Conte. Mbappe. Hernandez. Alaba promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Bellingham. Looking for options for movement. Koundé cuts out the pass.
Habrá un minuto de
Conte.
descuento.
Mbappe. Cute ball now, how can he reach it?
And he shoots!
Oh, the ball's run loose here. In by Conte. So, a temporary halt to the action. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
Madrid are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And we are back on the way. And he's picked it up out wide. And he's certainly onside here. Mbappe! Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good read, needed to be. Thuram, given the lift of his goal. That's good vision.
Mbappe!
Bops him off it and wins back the ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Now it's Valverde.
Mbappe!
Shot a goal! That's a well-taken goal. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Just eases him off the ball. Madrid have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Cherki. Spread out to the left. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Nice looking ball.
Vinicius Junior.
In acres of space out wide. Nice control. Picked out brilliantly. Bellingham. That is a brilliant interception. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Rudiger played over towards the opposite flank.
Well spotted.
Conte. Cherki. The muscular approach does pay off here. Valverde gets on his bike and on the move. And no, that was never going to make it. Nicely weighted ball. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Knocks it out wide. And it's Bellingham. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Madrid clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Played out wide.
Tchouaméni. And the counter is on.
Oh, well measured. And smartly reclaimed. Cherki tries to play it through. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Crossed into the middle. And that has been knocked clear.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Alexander-Arnold makes a move down the right. And it's Valverde. Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. So, that was the second half.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10, el dorsal 23, el dorsal 12, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 5. Serán sustituidos
France
por
making
el dorsal
further
11,
changes here
el
and
dorsal
in
18,
quick succession.
El dorsal 2, el dorsal 6.
Stern test this
el
for
dorsal
the
15,
endurance, for the
cambio de
character of the
jugadores.
players
Se va a
as we
realizar
head
un
into
cambio de
extra time.
jugadores.
Koundé gets across to intercept that. Now, can they get him away? Carreras
Gets flagged offside.
Now it's Rodrigo. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius Junior
Had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
And that pass just didn't quite work.
Now it's Dembele. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Dembele, Mbappe, who's set up one goal so far.
And it's Camavinga. And here's Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? And he's gone long. That is good alertness. Now it's Rodrigo.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Bout of passing here.
Tries a shot! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it?
Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was.
So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief break. The teams then separated by just one significant moment. How telling will that be? The next 15 minutes will decide.
And we are already back underway. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left?
Rabiot, Doué, Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Courtois claims comfortable. Carreras. Here's Chouameni. Camavinga. Plays a sharp little ball here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Madrid very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
And that was very necessary. Alaba. And it's Camavinga. Camavinga. Hurry.
Vinicius Junior!
Pavard gets it clear.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Koundé. And Pavard.
I'm sure some will disagree with me, but this is all about good ball retention
And
now.
that will be it. Madrid pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. It is a monster match-up, Jim Beglin.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting...
He's having a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
France are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Elise. It's a good ball out wide. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Valverde. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Eder Militao kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he cuts out the supply.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the finish!
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Chance for a shot!
Oh, the ball's run loose. And again. Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Thuram cannot be that slow. And it took the sting out of the break and a big chance wasted. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
It's the goal.
Real chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Over to the right flank.
Oh, sweet feet.
Played in with purpose. Konate gets it clear. That has been slung wide. Nicely weighted ball.
Mbappe!
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And a few accusing looks coming his way. France have the chance to go the other way. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Alexander-Arnold does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe running with intent. Shot could... Olise!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Great defending, strong and determined. Chouameni. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Upamecano cuts out the pass. Mendy looking for a runner. Dink through. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
They get a throw in. Ball's out once more. Chouameni. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That'll be a throw.
Madrid really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Mendy. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. Drills one in. Saliba attempts a clearance. Now it's Thuram. Well, excellent interception. Alexander-Arnold. Can he get it through? Oh, no joy this time. Mbappe going after that. He won't be happy with that one. Knocks it into space. Vinicius Junior. Mbappe.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Olise. Rabiot. For Olise. And it's Hernandez. Now it's Olise. Elects to cross.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
And that signals the end of the first period. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Madrid come in leading by just the odd goal.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Madrid can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So straight into the second half.
Madrid definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mendy. Pass somewhat off target. Rabiot. Thuram. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Space for him to turn and look.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Throw in.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10 será reemplazado por el dorsal 11. Cambio de jugadores.
And it's Camavinga. Bellingham.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Flings it across. Stood up well to him there. Bellingham has it out wide and in space. Cleared away. Distributed tidily. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Alexander-Arnold. The muscular approach does pay off here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's shifting through the gears here. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that.
And they've got a throw.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 23, el dorsal 12, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 5. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 18, el dorsal 2,
Eder
el
Militao.
dorsal 6, el dorsal 15.
Carreras. And it's Carvajal. Oh, nice touch. He's had it taken off him. Mbappe. Cherki. Doué. Dembele finding himself in space. And it's Camavinga. Mbappe receives it in a good position here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, great chance! And he's found the way past. Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Madrid have themselves a chance from the spot. This further to improve their cause. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Madrid are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Well, that has not gone well. And he's forced to go back, chooses to go cross-field.
Good switch, that.
It's a pretty loose pass. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Strong running down that left flank. He's picked his way through. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
That has ended up in no man's land.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's made its way to him. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Chance! And yes, it's there! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending!
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
France give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Carreras. It's a throw-in. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. And he's being shifted off it. Looking for the run. Dembele? No, he's not getting his way this time. And time is up. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Vinicius Junior picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think that early goal, Peter, pretty much decided everything. It dictated an awful lot of how the game was going to unfold, and in the end we weren't left with any surprises. It worked out as we thought it might.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.